Hi there, my name's Vince from mymatevince.com, and in this video today I'm going to show you how you can hook up your Xbox One S, the same will apply to the Xbox One console as well, to a TV that uses components. So for example the RGB cables, red, green and blue. Now as you all know, that output of the Xbox One S is HDMI, but this little converter here will convert it from HDMI over to RGB component cables. Now the component will carry the picture, but this adapter also allows you to do audio right and left using RCA connectors, the Phono connectors. In fact, all these connectors here are Phono connectors because RGB cables are Phono connectors. You also get a little power supply, a little 5-volt power supply included in the pack, and it comes in a box. I mean, this is, you know, straight from China. It costs just under 14 UK pounds, but it does work really well, and although the signal is analog, you will still get 1080p out of it. So let's have a look at the back of the TV. Now they are commonly known as RGB, but you might also see them referred to as YPbPr. So here we go, R for red, G for green and B for blue. And then underneath it we've got the phonos right and left for the sounds. So first of all, we've got to get ourselves some cables. Now normally with digital cables it doesn't really matter, but remember you're going back to analog cables now, so it would be best to get some decent cables, but over such a short distance it's probably not going to make a difference. These are only 1 meter long, so the difference between a cheap cable and a good cable over 1 meter probably will not notice any difference. So all we need to do is we need to connect this twin phono here for the audio. So I'm doing right, which is the red one, and left is the white one, or in this cable here it's black, so it's a black red cable, but it's red and white on the thing. And here, nice and straightforward, you just copy the color code, so red to red, blue to blue and green to green. So that's what we're going to end up with there. And now on this side we get the little adapter box, and I'm just going to connect up the phonos, red to red, black to white, or your cable might be white to white, and then we've got red to red, blue to blue and green to green. And now we need to plug that into a power supply. Let's just plug that in down here. Okay, so there we go, that's it there. So we've got the output all hooked up. Now we just need to hook up the input. So at the moment I've got a HDMI lead coming out of the Xbox One, which is this one here, and I'm going to plug it in to the input of the box. There we go. So that's it now. That should be converting the digital signal into the analog signal and splitting off the audio as well. Right, let's have a look what we have. Now at the moment there's nothing on there, probably because it's not on the right input. So let's turn the TV on. On this TV it says input, your one might be called source. But what you need to do is you need to just hit the input or hit the source, and you need to choose whatever it's called. It might be called RGB, it might be called that YP, etc., or it might be called the component. So if you have a look here, it's called YPbPr. Let me just zoom in on that. There we go. I'm going to move it up to YPbPr, press OK, and hopefully we should get the Xbox working here. There we go. Right. And there we go, and we've got the sound coming out of there as well. The sound does sound a little bit quieter than it would do if you were watching normal TV, so you're going to have to put the volume up a bit. Again, a lot of you might still be using your headset. Remember, you will be able to use your headset through the through the headphone jack on here as well. So if I was to put the TV on mute, it will still come through here. So let's just do a few beeps. And you can hear it working through the headset. That's it. Take it off there and take it off mute. And there you go. As you can see from the picture, it is lovely and clear. Remember, it is an analog picture. It's not going to be as good as the digital picture, so it's not going to be quite as crisp, but it is still 1080p. Let me just show you that. If I go across to settings, all settings, video output, and there you go, TV resolution 1080p. So it's nice and straightforward to do. So as I say, the adapter costs £14, comes with the power supply and the converter itself. You're then going to have to get some RGB cables and also some twin phono cables as well, also called RCA cables. And it's nice, and it's a nice picture. Really, unless they were side by side, you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference between this and HDMI on a 1080p TV. Obviously on a 4K TV you will be able to tell the difference. Okay, so that's it. Hopefully you found the video useful. Please give it a thumbs up if it's helped you out. Take care, bye now.